action.
Do you have the questions pulled up?
I'm Michael Emmer.
Chef Barrera.
Katie.
Zavon.
Alex. Giancarlo Alfonso.
Amanda.
No. Oh, what's up, man? I'm Clayton, and I'll be moderating this focus group. Thank you guys for coming. All right, let's get started without any further ado. Okay, so out of all you guys, who played sports before coming to college? High school, middle school, anybody? Can you guys talk about the sports you played? Start up here.
Soccer.
All right, well, how long you played?
Played for about 8 years.
Competitive, huh?
Yeah. Orange County Strikers.
Cool. All right, anybody else?
I did competitive cheerleading for about 6 years, and I know a lot of people don't think that's a sport, but we throw people, so
Yeah,
it's definitely a sport.
All right, what about you?
Football and baseball, ever since I was about 5 years old.
Cool. Okay, so for a long time?
Yeah, through high school and all that.
All right.
I ran cross country in high school.
All right. For just for how many years?
Just for 2 years, just junior and senior year. Just
All right. You did cross country too, right?
Oh, track.
Oh, track. For 4 years?
1 year.
1 year. And what about you, Big Dog?
Flag football and football.
All right. In high school?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
I did travel basketball for about 6 years.
Wow. So you got a lot of athletes in the house tonight. That's cool. All right. So did anyone play on the teams? I know that a lot of you guys said football and baseball, stuff like that. So it's team sports. And a lot of you said that they were competitive sports. So I'm gonna move on to the next question. Have you guys ever thought about continuing playing sports in college at the collegiate level? Anybody?
Definitely
No, I was
not.
never good enough.
No?
It was a heavy commitment. I just didn't think I had it in me.
Yeah, it's true, man. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
Big sacrifice. All right. What was the most distinguished memory from your time in sports? And you guys, open floor. Go ahead.
Just
Whoa.
like a memory.
Yeah, like the most prominent memories.
Like catching the game-winning ball in a football game that won the something.
I would just say the friendship, not necessarily like the sports itself.
Just the team aspect of
Yeah.
the sport.
Well, being a cheerleader, I like the performing aspect of it. You're on the stage, you had a bunch of people surrounding you, cheering
Lights,
you on, the
cameras.
music, yeah, lights, camera, action.
Yeah.
So I like the competitive feel of it.
I mean, for me personally, I actually have a memory. I was being across town rivals my freshman year, and we killed them. Honestly, it was 42-13, and these are kids that are always put you down, always talking trash, and to finally win against them was probably the best feeling we had.
What position were you?
I was an outside linebacker.
Nice.
What grade was that you were playing?
That was my 9th grade. That was my freshman year.
But you remember that moment?
Yeah, it's still stuck with me.
Cool. Anybody else want to
I
add to
would,
that?
I would say winning districts my senior year in high school. That was pretty legit. That was fun. That was a good memory.
What about you guys? You got something?
Yeah, you know what? I was never too good at hockey, but when I played, I kept trying to make the puck in the goal there, and I kept missing. But then there was this one time that I actually made it. And, I remember that.
Oh yeah. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so think about those moments that you were just talking about. If you could have that moment recorded, how much would you pay for it to have that on film? Like, if you could carry that with you till now.
Let's try to get everyone to answer this.
Yeah, so anyone of you guys who had that moment that you remember clearly, if you could have that on film, what would that be worth to you?
If I could have filmed the whole game, I'd probably pay about $100 for it.
$100?
If I could still
Easy,
have it.
right?
Now knowing, yeah.
I mean,
for
think
sure.
about, you can keep this film until you're old and you can show your grandchildren, just what a baller you were.
DVD player still have to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else have a number they would put on that?
I paid $150.
$150 to have that film?
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
anybody else?
having coming from the competitive aspect, we always were filmed, and I know a bunch of parents that paid up to a couple $100 easy just to have their kids' memorabilia on video for a while. So.
Yeah, luckily for me, my moment was actually filmed, but I know people would easily drop around $300 for a high quality film.
It's definitely worth it.
Reel?
Highlight reel kids, I've known that they spend a couple $100 on those if they're very serious about them.
Easy. Especially for those kids considering the college level
Yeah.
stuff, Okay, what about your mom? Like
I mean, my mom would probably be like, okay, $50.
on the film of your team, doing something great together.
No. I mean, I guess we would pay a lot.
Okay. Alright, so how many of you guys have heard of stream sports?
Anyone?
You have? Before you talk to us about it.
Well, I live with Noelle, so does that count?
No.
No? Okay.
Unfortunately, no. Okay, anybody heard of stream sports?
For today, it's no.
All
Never
right.
even thought about it.
All right. Does anybody have you guys ever heard of a company that would offer HD filming of your high school sports moments? You know what I mean? Like,
Off the top of my head.
Not necessarily HD, but I've heard of companies like this before. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you use Huddle when you played football? Did you use Huddle for
I
game?
didn't really get any highlight reels or anything like that myself, but I knew like friends that they sought out various companies that helped them.
all right.
So a little bit about the company, just to give you guys a background up to this point. Company does HD game film for amateur athletes, and they film from a 25-foot tall sky pod, so they get the whole film. The whole field. They also do highlight reels where you can either pick your plays or the company can pick your plays, as well as live streaming. So big state championship football game, and you're in, not in the same city, you can still pay per view online to watch it. So now that you guys have heard a little bit about this, we're going to kind of throw a quick video at you just so you can kind of get a better feel for what they do. Make sure the volume's up. You guys want to?
You want to stick it on the chair, probably.
Yeah, I kind of just come in like that. And hope the sound's right.
It's not real.
Easy.
So a couple more things about the company you kind of saw there. They also can do, they set up an online profile for you, kind of like your own Facebook, where they set up all of your videos on there. You have lifetime access to them. You can download them. So that's kind of like, their differentiating factor and their niche. So now that we've kind of informed you what we're talking about today, Amy's going to go ahead and continue.
All right. So now that you guys know what the deal is, we need to find out about okay, what's your first impression of what you saw on the film, what you heard about the company? First impressions of the company.
We can start on this side this time.
I think it's definitely a smart idea to create a profile of every athlete that you're gathering. That way they don't feel like they're just one of many of the mass. They're specific and they're individualized.
Okay.
I like the fact that from the promotional video, it was very clear. Like the quality was actually really good, so you can actually. It almost looked like it was something from ESPN, like watching the soccer games from where the angle was, so you could actually see the game and the film pretty well.
Yeah, I kind of imagine myself playing on the field too. I'm thinking about when I was playing football and stuff too. So the film is high quality, and so it would have been something cool to have. All right, first impressions.
I think it's definitely great to have that.
All right.
I think you guys took it one step further than most companies. A lot of companies use video and that's it, but you guys offer a very comprehensive package versus the live streaming and the highlight reel and virtual classrooms. So you guys pretty much have it all.
Cool.
I just think it was unique that you could kind of showcase their individual talents with specific plays that they would want to do instead of just something in general. They'll pick what they're good at and show that to recruiters.
Definitely. Anybody? First impressions?
I definitely thought it was pretty cool. I definitely think there's a market for it.
All right. Okay, so okay, if you guys were the athletes or the coaches, what would you reasonably expect to pay for game film or highlight reels? Let's be specific. How about just the game film?
Just throw out a number. Go around and throw out a number.
$200.
Game film only.
$200.
3.
300.
Let's say 150.
Okay.
Not 200.
All right.
Yeah, I would say around.
Yeah, sounds about right to me. $200.
I think it's expensive.
All right, but if you
I
were
don't
a
know what's
coach,
the average.
well, we're gonna tell you in a minute. But what would you guess? If you had to pay for the film, if you were a coach, what would you pay for the film?